So good evening to you all. Thank you for joining us. All right, good evening to you all. Thank you very much for joining us in today's training. And I'm glad and delighted that a good number of you are committed and dedicated to this training. This is not just a training, this is a training that is aims to empower you with skills to handle conflicts. Conflict, we say, is inevitable wherever you find yourself, family, community level, in business, in the workplace environment, everywhere you turn to, you see conflict. So this training is aimed to empower your skills, empower you to be able to attend to conflict without necessarily going to court. Many of us, when we have issues, we go to court. So, but this training is provided to help you to address certain conflicts that are within your reach so that you can be able to save yourself the stress, the money, and the energy to go to court. So I want to especially thank you for those of you that are so committed to this training. And I know that you are not wasting your time. I know that at the end of the day, you have every reason to appreciate why you participated in this course. And this course, like I say, is 100% free. Do you understand? It's 100% free. I know some students in emotional intelligence training, those that participated in emotional intelligence training, some of you are here. Um, we told you it's free. You have taken your exam now. What you're waiting now is your certificate. And I'm sure that maybe by next week you will get your certificate as well because we already work on the portal. We want to test run the portal, see how we can provide our details, download the certificate, see how it look like. If there are no issues, then we'll give you the link so that you can be able to download your certificate. Just go and enter your details and download your certificate. Do you understand? So that is how it's going to be. So it's 100% free. Nobody's asking you for anything. I knew of some student for emotional intelligence. Somebody was suggesting that they should contribute 1,000 naira to appreciate um, me or the institute for organizing this training. That is a good one. We appreciate you for your consideration and for your kind gesture. And there were some decent voices and opposition here and there, but that's not even my problem. My problem is that for you to be able to acknowledge that someone sacrificed to train you for free and you have the intention of contributing 1,000 naira to appreciate him, that is good of you. We thank you very much. We are not asking for it. We don't even need it. But if you so wish to give us, it will be appreciated. But that's not our basic, that's not our concern. Our concern is that have the knowledge, let the knowledge be applied somewhere and make our society beautiful and peaceful. That's our basic concern. It's not money. If we want money, we'll monetize it, sell it to you. And you, those that are capable to pay and get the training, will pay and get the training. Do you understand? So we are not so concerned about the money. If you want to support, in fact, if you want to support, not me, don't give it to me, give it to the institute. Do you understand? Because the institute has an aspect of humanitarianism, that is advocacy and humanitarian services. So if you have such donation or anything that you want to give to the institute, so that the institute can use that money and reach out to some people that have needs in the community. Do you understand? So don't give it to me. Me, I'm being, the institute is paying me. Do you understand? The institute is paying me. So you use the money, whatever you have. If you want to donate anything, donate in the name of the institute and tag it as donation for humanitarian services, not to Joshua, not to me. Me, I don't need it. But there are people on the street that need the money. Do you understand that your money can help them to attend to one need of the other? But for me, at least the institute is paying me. So I think that is good enough. Do you understand? So, and if the institute so wish to monetize the program, they'll monetize and make money. But we are not monetizing this particular aspect of the program, because I have other programs of the institute that are being monetized, and to some extent we get generate revenue to do our activities. Do you understand? So don't worry yourself. Just stay focused, learn, and get the skills, get the knowledge, and apply it, and make our society beautiful. That's our concern. Let's make our society peaceful and beautiful. In Africa, wherever you find yourself, in Asia, and anywhere, Middle East, if you are here, please, our goal is to see a world of tranquility. Do you understand? And our world can only be peaceful only when people know what peace is all about, and they know what to do to promote peace in their communities, that we can have peace. So that is our own goal. So let's run with this goal and achieve this aim. Thank you very much for your kind gestures. Thank you for your kind consideration. We really appreciate it. But in case you want to give anything, don't give it to Joshua. Give it to the institute, and the institute will use it for charity. Do you understand? So thank you very much. We appreciate your kind gestures and your kind-heartedness. We appreciate it. So let's look at today's training. I hope you can hear me. I hope you can hear me. So if you can hear me, let me know. And then apart from that, like we all say, if you join this meeting, you can share it on your wall, and don't just share it like that. Invite people to come and take a free training. Let them know that the training is going on here and it's for free. Let them key into it. Some people are doubting. They feel that after the training, we'll ask them to pay for certificate. Somebody was arguing with one of my colleagues, and they were arguing like, that's how they used to say it. At the end of the training, they will charge you heavily for the certificate. We are not charging anything for the certificate. Do you understand? The certificate is not even important. What is important is the knowledge. But the certificate is just an evidence to back the knowledge that you have acquired. Do you understand? So that if you tender, you say you have knowledge in this and in that, somebody should be able to see evidence of that. Do you understand? So certificates serve as an evidence to back the knowledge you acquired. Do you understand? And the skills. So that is it. So please, if you share it on your wall, invite someone to take a free training with the Institute of Global Peace and Conflict Management, acquire knowledge to change our world for a peaceful and a, a development world. Do you understand? Not just because there can no be meaningful development without reasonable peace. So that's why we are doing this, for peace and development. Do you understand? So thank you very much, and we appreciate you for joining us. So share it with someone, make a comment, and then also likes. So thank you very much. So let's go ahead with today's class. Um, okay, thank you for letting me know that you are hearing me. So today we're going to look at some ethical issues in mediation. Do you understand? When we are talking about ethics, what are we referring to? If I should ask you what are ethics, then you should be able to tell me one or two things about ethics, right? So, but what are those things when we are talking about ethics? Ethics, what does that mean to you? And this is what we want to consider in today's class: ethics in mediation. What are ethics? What are the ethics in mediation? Well, first and foremost, let's understand what ethics stand for. What do you mean by ethics? When we're talking about ethics, what do we mean? Ethics refers to the principles and values that guide human behavior. You understand? Ethics refers to principles and values that guide human behavior in determining what is right and wrong, in determining what is what right and wrong, good and bad. So, assuming for instance now you do not attend this training, that's number one. You did not even watch the videos. You did not even read the manuals, and then you come and write these exams. Then it means that you are doing something that is wrong. So, because what is expected of you is that you attend classes, you rewatch the videos, and then also study your manuals. Combine all these three, and then you have full knowledge. You understand? You have full knowledge of what we're talking about. And even after the exams, you can still revisit some of these videos to get to listen to them more, so that for the purpose of refreshing yourself with the knowledge, and also taking more drastic step towards promoting peace in your community. So that's what it means. So ethics are principles and values. So what value do you have for this training? What principles do you have? It's because of values and principles that some of you are so committed and dedicated to this training. That is, some of you say, I don't want to get a certificate that I cannot be able to defend. That is a principle. That's a value. Your value for knowledge is more than the value for a paper. Do you understand? You say that, of what use is the paper if I cannot be able to defend it? If somebody should ask me anything about emotional intelligence and I cannot be able to defend it, then it's uncalled for. For emotional intelligence, for instance, now we have over 200 people that wrote the exams, but we never had 200 people joining this meeting at once. Do you understand? So what's the meaning of that? Yes, it's possible that you have challenge here and there, but you never tell us that you have such challenge. So that's what it means. But even if you have challenge, we should be expecting a number that is more than that during this training life. And the same thing is applying here, but this one, we are taking a different approach. I even printed out your names already. So I'm going to be marking your attendance after here. And your attendance is very simple. You know, Facebook has done a lot of job for us. If you share, they will tell us you have shared. They will tell us people that share. If you are a follower, you join the meeting, but you did not share, they will still tell us. If you are not a follower at all, you are not following us, they will still identify that you are not following us. Do you understand? So they have done a great job for us. So it's a good, in fact, that's an amazing job that Facebook has done, so that you can identify those that are hiding, doing hide and seek. So, but we're talking about principles and values. This is what guide behavior. Sometimes somebody say this is against my principle. You want me to give corruption? You want to give me to give bribe, and bribe to give bribe, and then I say this is against my principle as a person. Do you understand? As an individual, and this can cause conflicts. Do you understand? So I cannot give bribe, and then you say no. That is your principle. Do you understand? So you have principles for yourself, and you consider this to be a bad behavior. And so you say you will not give bribe. It doesn't matter what the situation is. Do you understand? So principles help to guide human behavior in determining what is right and wrong, good and bad. It encompasses the moral standards that govern individuals' actions and decisions. Moral standard, mark that word. Moral standard that governs what individuals' what actions and decisions. Very critical. Morals. Or what? Or what morality? You just come and show face, and then appear like, okay, you are participating in this training, and then you get a certificate, you go. They ask you, sir, what's emotional intelligence? Oh, emotional intelligence. Kai. I was not consistent in the class, so some of the things I did not grab them. You can imagine. So for you to even say that has disqualified that, and when that happens, what it means that what you are tarnishing the image of the institute. You are not tarnishing only your image, but you're also tarnishing the image of the institute. So if you know that you are the type that is not consistent, please just if you know you are not chanced to participate in any of this that I'm talking about, be on live here for the training, or revisit the videos and watch them from A to Z, and then study the manuals in addition to it, and then learn something. Then don't bother yourself. Just wait. When you are ready and you have time, the training will still come out. More trainings are coming. By November, maybe we'll be organizing training in peace and conflict management itself. You understand? Peace and conflict management. So, but next month we are going to do peace and sustainable development. You understand? So, just try as much as possible to be sincere to yourself. By being sincere to yourself, one, you'll be sincere to your community as well and to the institute. So, thank you very much. So, often influencing how they interact with others and society as a whole. So, but let's look at some of the key aspects of ethics. What are the key aspects of ethics? One, moral principles. We talk about moral principles. That's when we're talking about moral principle, we're talking about integrity. Integrity. Do you understand? So adhering to moral and ethical principles, being honest and transparent. When there's an issue, you are transparent. Like I always say, one thing that amazes me so much is if you are some of the people, some of you that have been inducted, some of you are yet to be inducted. But I want to ask you a question. When you pay for the membership of the Institute of Global Peace and Conflict Management, did we issue you a receipt? We did not even issue you an online receipt. We did not issue you a physical receipt. All right. But did you have any argument over payment with us? Do we have any argument over payment with us that you are paying and we are saying you did not pay? You can never see that. We are highly transparent, highly accountable, and we keep to our words. What we say, we stay by it. We cannot tell you something and then the next day tell you something different. So except you misunderstood us. But if not, we stand by our words. Do you understand? So moral principles means integrity. All right, adhering to moral and ethical principles. Being honest and transparent. Do you understand? Being honest and transparent. Do you understand? And it will shock you to also know that somebody in Kenya sent money to the institute. Do you understand? She did not. She's in this class, I believe. She's listening to me now. She did not ask for receipt. Do you understand? Because we are so open to everybody. It doesn't matter from where. It doesn't. If you like, come from heaven, you will still some of these principles apply. Nothing to worry about. In fact, when she paid, she did not even let us know that she has made payment. But we saw it, and we saw that it's from Kenya. And then I asked, "What is the name?" She told me her name, and so I know the person. So I chatted her today that since you made payment, she said yes. She now sent me the details of the payment. Do you understand? That she did not send me. I asked her before she now even sent me the details of payment she made. Do you understand? That's what it means. So fairness, ensuring justice and equality in treatment and decision making. Please let me clear this. The payment I'm talking about that she made, she wants to become a member of the institute. That is for membership induction fee. It's not for the training. So that nobody will come and misunderstood me. It's the fee for membership, not for this training. Thank you very much. So fairness, ensuring justice and equality in treatment and decision making is also a moral principle. So that you do not apply principles, you know, with this discriminately. Do you understand? That's it discriminates how you apply your principle. If it's your friend, you favor them. Then if it's another person, you apply the policy so strict. Then what is your moral justification for that? So you are not being fair. So fairness is all one of the moral principles that we need to look at. Do you understand? So we talk about respect, valuing the dignity and rights of individuals. It's because of lack of this value for dignity, even dignity of labor. Some of you, in fact, most of us, what we do is that if we go to an eatery, for instance, now, and you see those security guys that are on the at the gate or at the door, opening door for you to go in and come out. Some of you, the way we look at them as if those guys cannot become anything meaningful in life is quite amazing. Do you understand? It's quite so ironic. Some of us, even to the extent sometimes we abuse them over a slightly misunderstanding. We abuse them, but do you know that there's dignity in labor? The guy you are abusing, they are assuming he refused to do that which he is doing. He can be a criminal that will kill you. He can be a kidnapper that will kidnap you. So respect people and respect what they do. Most especially, they are doing something that is genuine. Do you understand? And the rights of the individuals. Respect them. Respect those rights and their dignity. Very critical. Normative ethics. We talk about normative. This branch explores what people ought to do and establishes guidelines for behavior. It includes theories such as consequentialism, that is evaluating action based on their outcomes. If I take this step, what will be the outcome? What will be the consequence? Do you understand? Yes, that is utili- ut- utilitarianism. Yes, what is going to be the outcome of the situation? Then we'll talk about deontology. Deontology is a DEO, deontology, deontology. Do you understand? Deontology, focusing on rules and duties rather than consequences. Now, what are the rules governing a situation? Like we give you some rules, some conditions, right? For you to be awarded a certificate in ADR, you must participate in a training, you join live, you share your comment, your likes. Do you understand? And then you also have to do a testimonial video and to tell us what you have done and what you are going to do with the skills that you have acquired. Isn't that what we are? You have been watching some of the videos that we share on our Facebook. Is because of the videos of people that have been giving their own testimonials. Do you understand? That you see, they tell you what they have learned. Do you understand? So we have some rules, they have some conditions here and there to guide what you are to do. Do you understand? Deontology. So we have virtue ethics, emphasizing character and the development of good traits. Do you understand? So this training also aims to develop those traits that we consider as good for the benefit of the society and for your own benefit as well. You understand? Because I can tell you that if you are a violent person, then you are looking for for your life to be cut short on account of violence. Do you understand? So if you are a peaceful person, then it's possible that you can enjoy a long life because violence will not come near you because you're not a violent person. Do you understand? So that's the thing. So, and even if it comes, it will not consume you because you love peace. You understand? So, apply ethics. Apply ethics. This involve applying ethical principles to specific fields or issues such as medical ethics, business ethics, environmental ethics, peace building ethics, or alternative dispute resolution ethics. Do you understand? So, what are the ethics governing this? So, you have to apply them. So, when you are trying to solve a problem by applying the principles of alternative dispute resolution, then what are the ethics governing this profession? Do you understand? So, that's what we're talking about. So we'll talk about professional ethics. Many professions have established ethics, all right? Just like I have mentioned, even ADR here is a profession, right? So they have their ethics, legal ethics, medical ethics, they are there. So we have cultural and social influences, personal ethics. So all of these are aspects of ethics. So when we're talking about ethics, let me talk about this personal ethics. That individuals develop their own ethical beliefs. I don't believe in corruption. Do you believe in corruption? Do you understand? So those are ethics. You understand? Often influenced by upbringing, culture, religion, and personal experiences. So all of these combined make you to define principle and set of principles for yourself. All right. So that's what it stands for. So these beliefs guide personal decisions and behaviors. Personal decisions and what behaviors. But there are some people that are carefree people. Whatever comes goes. Do you understand? It doesn't matter. They are carefree. So that's what it means. So importance of ethics. Ethics play a crucial role in maintaining trust, fostering cooperation, and promoting fairness in society. They help individuals and organizations navigate moral dilemmas, encouraging accountability and other transparent issues. So that's what it means. So now you know if you before now you do not know what ethics were about. Now you know. So if you do not belong to any organization, you do not belong to any profession, you not you are not working anywhere, or maybe even in your business, there are no ethics. Then, but I will ask you, as a person, what are your personal ethics? Because maybe as a person, you must have certain ethics that govern you. So, what are your ethics? Do you have one, or do you have many? So, it's left for you to answer that question and address it. So, let's look at ethical consideration in mediation. Now that we have an understanding of what ethics are, let's look at ethical considerations in mediation. Number one ethical consideration in mediation is the issue of impartiality. All right. The issue of what? Impartiality. Now, you can agree with me that from our previous lessons or our classes, we say that as a mediator, your job is to be what? A neutral third party. It means that you are not to take side no matter what. You are not to be on the side of one party and then the other party you are against. No, you are to be a neutral third party. You are not to be impartial. You are not to be partial rather. So you are not to be partial. Do you understand? You are to remain as a neutral third party. But by the time you are becoming so partial that you are taking side on somebody on one side and then the other side you are not sure, then it's a problem. You cannot be able to resolve conflicts. You cannot be able to settle anything. So impartiality is one of the ethical consideration that if you must mediate, then you must maintain the stand of impartiality. The stand of impartiality must be upheld. Do you understand? You must adhere to the principles of impartiality. Then a mediator is approached by two parties in business disputes. I'm giving you an example. A mediator is approached by two parties in a business dispute. The mediator realizes that they have a personal friendship with one party. Now, these two people that come to you, you have a personal friendship with one party. Now, to maintain impartiality in this situation, the mediator should either disclose this relationship to both parties or withdraw from the mediation altogether. This prevents any perception of bias. You understand? Because there will be what we call conflict of what? Interest. That is, your friend, your personal friend, is in dispute over a business transaction with someone else, and they come to you. Whether the other party knows that you are in relationship with this, will have a personal relationship with this person or not, please, for the sake of your own dignity and respect, either you tell that person that, please, this is my personal friend. I don't think I am the right person to mediate here, and I think you should find a neutral person that can be able to mediate. Do you understand? So that I may not be under certain pressure to consider certain things. So please, you people can find another person. So you withdraw, or if the other person said no, no, no problem, there's no issue, you can still go ahead and do it. Then you may choose to try you, but with your own dignity, because should in case it favors that your friends, then you what you see next is accusation. So in order to avoid that, it's better to even withdraw from that altogether and tell your friend not to be angry. Do you understand? Don't go and do it. This is my friend. I don't want to disappoint my friend. How can my friend say I should intervene in their own case and then I am shying away? How will my friend look at it? Please, for your own dignity. It doesn't matter how your friend will look. If you like, let him end the friendship. If you like, let him continue. It's none of your business. Do you understand? It doesn't matter the level of friendship, because if care is not taken, assuming the mediation did not end well in favor of your friend again, he will become your enemy again. So what is the point? So better save your name and your dignity. Do you understand? So that's what it means altogether. So let's look at another one. Another consideration in mediation: confidentiality. Confidentiality. You can also agree with me that in mediation, we say secrecy, privacy of the individual concerned is a top priority, right? That is, once the issue is discussed with you, you are to zip up your mouth. Nothing is being said. We even told you about the ground rules. We talk about the Vegas, right? Then we talk about the Chantan. Do you understand? House rule. We talk about the Vegas rule, talk about the Chantan house rule. We say that the Vegas rule says that whatever is discussed in the meeting remains in the meeting, right? So you are not permitted to say it out. And then for the Chantan house rule, we say that you can say it out, but you will not mention anybody's name. You will not attribute it to anybody. You may just quote it as a case study, but you cannot attribute it to anybody. Do you understand? That's what the Chantan house says. But the Vegas says that you have to keep it in. Let it remains in the meeting where it has been discussed. So in case, let's look at the case study in a family mediation regarding child custody. All right. In a family mediation regarding child custody. All right. One parent reveals sensitive information, all right, about the child. One party reveal what? Sensitive information about the child and about financial transaction or financial situation. So what happened here? Sorry, I was trying to deal with some issues here. But let's go. Let's continue. So the mediator must ensure that this information remains confidential and is not shared with the other party or outside parties unless explicitly permitted. Do you understand? But where it's not being permitted, you are not to reveal such information to anybody. Do you understand? So whatever information that must have been shared, you have to keep it to yourself. All right? Breaching confidentiality could damage trust and hinder what? The mediation process. So that's why you must keep it as confidential as possible. Do you understand? So that is the issue. Then let's look at another one. Informed consent. Informed what? Consent. Before beginning mediation, a mediator explains the process, the roles of each party, and the voluntary nature of the agreement. If the parties feel pressured to participate without understanding these aspects, it undermines the ethical foundation of mediation. So ensuring informed consent helps parties make knowledgeable decisions. So you are not to compel anybody to enter into a process that they are not well informed. Let them be informed. Let them know that this is what is going to happen here. This is what you are about to do. So that at the end of the day, they will not turn and then accuse you. So if it's this matter, you would have informed me. Do you understand? So they don't want to. So informed consent. Like yesterday, for those of you that follow our induction, we had a panel discussion, and the topic was about the impact of Section 68 of the Nigerian Constitution that allow politicians to decamp from one party to another on the basis that if there are crises in their party. Do you understand? So we have a panel discussion and we have some panelists that we appointed. We already sent this topic to them, and we asked them to prepare that they have this kind of discussion. So, but I did not show them the question we are going to ask them, of course. So why we wanted to have a discussion on this, I explained to them again that in case you feel that maybe your profession or you belong to any of the political parties, and you think whatever you say here will have any implication on you in whatsoever way, then try as much as possible not to say anything that will implicate you. But when the first question was asked, then someone declined because of her profession. Do you understand? She declined to comment and, in fact, declined to continue with the panel discussion. She has to excuse herself because of her own profession. Do you understand? So it's better that you inform people, let them know. So in this case, although a topic was given, and we also prepared their mind that in case you feel that you cannot be able to participate freely because of your profession or because of your political affiliation, then you have a choice not even to say anything or to just say something that you feel may not implicate you. And she chose not to say anything at all, so that you know, because it was a sensitive issue. Do you understand? So these are the issue. So let someone know, and so that you not pressure them into something that it may cause serious problem later on. Do you understand? So this is the issue. So informed consent is very important. Then respect for autonomy. Respect for what? Autonomy is also another key aspect. Respect for autonomy, all right, is also another key aspect. Respect for autonomy is also another key aspect. So respect for autonomy is also another key aspect. So respect for autonomy is also another key aspect of ethics that we want us to discuss here. So in a workplace mediation, employees are encouraged to brainstorm solutions rather than having the mediator propose outcomes. You understand? This respect their autonomy and foster what? Ownership of the resolution. So that once they arrive at any form of resolution, all the parties agree to it that okay, I participated, I contributed my input to arrive here. Instead of just allowing someone to take decision and determine what should be the outcome for you. But like we say, your job as a mediator, you are not permitted, except the situation whereby you are asked to, but you are not. Do you understand? So if the mediator were to detect terms, it could lead to resentment. Do you understand? Resentment. So you don't need to detect any terms and the outcome. So a lack of commitment to the agreement. Nobody want to commit to any agreement taken on their behalf. That's why sometimes policies in organization doesn't work well, or policies in our society generally, when people do not participate in the formulation of the policy, then they find it difficult to participate in the implementation of that policy. Do you understand? So it's a problem. So this is another ethical consideration. So respect for autonomy allow the individuals involved in the matter discuss their terms and provide their own solution. Very, very important. The issue of competence. A mediator specializing in commercial disputes takes on a case involving family law without adequate knowledge of the relevant legal issues. Their lack of competence could lead to misunderstandings or misapplications of the law. Do you understand? So potentially harming the party's interest. It's crucial for mediators to only take on cases where they have the necessary expertise. So if you know that you are not well grounded in a particular area, then there's no reason why you should go and take a case related to that area. Do you understand? It's not a matter of let me try it. If you're not sure, then suggest that they should take it to a friend or someone you know who have reasonable knowledge in that area to help you to mediate, not you. Do you understand? Because we don't have knowledge enough in that area, it will cause crisis in the process. You understand? There may be even misapplication of rules. So it's going to be, a disaster at the end of the day. So avoiding conflicts of interest. Avoiding what conflict of interest is also another issue of consideration in mediation, an ethical consideration. Because some people have interest, but they still, some people call themselves judges, but they are romancing with political parties. They claim to be independent, but their independence is questionable. You are going to eat and dine and wine with politicians, and then you say you are neutral. And I don't see any justification why our judges are being appointed by politicians. I don't see any justification in that. I think that the legal system should be responsible for appointing their heads by themselves. That's the only thing that will guarantee the independence of the judiciary. and then they will not be under any form of suppression or obligation to anybody. Do you understand? For this one that president appoints a chief judge, oh, this one, it doesn't work like that. It will not work. It will not give us in our environment here. It's going to be very, very difficult to give uh, justice to where justice is due. Do you understand? So there is what we call a conflict of interest, and it's an ethical problem because where you have interest, do you understand? Where you have interest, it becomes so challenging. Do you understand? So a mediator who has previously worked as a legal advisor for one party in a dispute must disclose this relationship. If the mediator fails to do so, it could lead to a significant conflict of what interest that undermines trust and the integrity of the mediation process. Sometimes people, we are all human beings. Sometimes we may not directly have some kind of relationship, but maybe there's this kind of individual that you just like. I just like this person, and then this person have an issue and they brought this issue before you, and this individual you like is also involved in this case. How will you handle it that that personal feelings that you have for this person will not affect your decision? Wouldn't it be nice if you say, please, I have conflict of interest in this case, so let me this person, I don't have any personal relationship with him, but even from a distance, it's someone I like so much, and I think I will be hurting myself if I'm to decide any case here, and maybe it turns out to be against him. So let me stay aside, let another person look into this matter. What is bad about that? Is there anything bad about this? But no, we hide. We claim that the judiciary is an independent body. We are not to mingle with the politicians, but we are mingling with them and dining with them. Politicians are appointing you. So how will you defend your independence? So in mediation is the same thing. You understand? You are to mediate, and someone that you are to mediate on the issue that concerns them is your friend, or you have some interest, or you have some business connections. Please avoid involving yourself in such mediation. Look for someone else, or tell them to go and look for someone else. You're not the right person for that. You understand? Cultural sensitivity. In a mediation involving parties from different cultural backgrounds, the mediator recognizes that direct confrontation may be viewed differently. They adapt their approach using indirect communication techniques that respect cultural norms, which helps facilitate a more comfortable dialogue. In our judicial system, yes, sometimes they will bring your own person to come and do you shaggy. Do you understand? They will bring somebody from your tribe to make sure that you come and take decision against your person. So that people will look that, oh, it was a fair justice or fair judgment. It was a fair judgment. And it's not his own tribal person that passed the judgment. So what is the issue? You understand? But cultural sensitivity, religious sensitivity. When we talk about appointment in government today, or some years ago, what people calling a lot of names. So cultural sensitivity, very important. So in mediation, that's why some people even appointment of judges. Some people say that they are being appointed to protect the interests of certain people. But also, we have been seeing this kind of accusation because of cultural affinity. Do you understand? They will talk about uh, Even appointment of some of even INEC, for instance. Now, if you notice, for some years now, the appointment of an INEC chairman has been in one aspect of the country. So, to some people, it has been suspicious. They feel that this appointment has some kind of benefits attached to it. So, these are the issues I'm talking about here. So, as mediators, in case there are cultural or maybe religious or certain beliefs that are connected in one way or the other, and you feel that you cannot be able to expressly discharge this assignment, then withdraw from that case. Just save yourself the stress. But we live in a society where people don't care. They don't care. So far as they get their money and then move, nothing concerns them. So far as they are concerned, they have gotten what they want. So, by the way, I have been working as a lawyer for past 35 years. I have not built a house. This is my opportunity to build a house. So whatever happens, let it happen. Do you understand? So you build a house, and we don't even, that's why we talk about ethics, values, principles. What value? So you say, it's not my father's business. This country itself, this country don't wo. So it's not mean that it's going to wo it, it has wo already. So whatever happens, let it happen. You cannot speak like that. You can take a step to correct what has been done wrong. Do you understand? And that will build a ground, that will be as a foundation for another person to stand on. Do you understand? So, cultural sensitivity, encouraging collaboration, professionalism is also another issue when it comes to ethical consideration in mediation. Professionalism, all right? A mediator maintain a calm and respectful demeanor even when discussions become heated. Do you understand? By modeling professionalism, you know, the mediator set the tune for the parties, encouraging them to communicate respectfully and openly. Openly here means honestly. Do you understand? So, professionalism is key. Professionalism is key. So, post mediation conduct. After successfully mediating a divorce, the mediator is approached by one party to provide legal advice in related matters. Ethical guidelines suggest that the mediator should decline this request to avoid exploiting the trust established during mediation, thus maintaining professional boundaries. That is, you finish mediating on a matter that has to do with divorce, and it was a successful one. And then at the end of the day, maybe one party, maybe say the woman or the man approach you to, explain or advise on certain things. Please and please say no, you're not the one to give the advice. Let him go and do whatever he feels is okay, or go and do what the law says. You understand? And by so doing, you save yourself the stress and save your name as well. Do you understand? So that's what it means. You save yourself the stress and you save your name as well. Now, all together, how we are following. So, what do we say when it comes to ethical consideration in mediation? We are looking at impartiality, confidential, the issue of confidential, informed consent. Do you understand? Don't just take people unaware. Respect for autonomy. All right. Issue of competence are the issue that are concerned. Then avoiding what conflict of interest. Then cultural sensitivity. And we talk about professionalism and post mediation conduct. So post mediation conduct, post mediation, you finish mediating in a particular case, let no party approach you privately for anything, because it will, it will destroy what you have achieved. Once you venture and begin to give advice on a matter, it will mean that you were all along being a culprit in this issue, that you were in a way influencing this matter. So what you do, say, no, 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 I'm not the right person to advise you. Go and seek advice from another person. You understand me? I have done my job. So if you need advice, go to another person so that you not come and destroy what I have been able to achieve. Are we together? How we are making sense? Okay, let me go through another round. This may sounds like a kind of what we have explained, but this one is being presented in a different dimension. But let's just try to put some similarities and some differences. But let's look at professional standards for mediators and ethical guidelines. Professional standards for mediators and ethical what guidelines. Let's look at objectivity and fairness. Objectivity, and fairness. So, standard. Mediators must stay neutral. That is standard now. That the mediator must stay what neutral and not show favoritism towards any party. That is the standard. The standard says that you must be neutral, so maintain neutrality. Don't support anybody, don't show anybody any pity, don't show empathy to anybody. You can show empathy to all of them. I'm sorry that this thing is happening to you, but I think we can find a way to resolve it. So you people, you are discussing your issue. This issue is your issue, and you are the one to settle it. Do you understand? I am not to on in any way here contribute to anything. I'm only to facilitate this discussion. So let's maintain that. So do you understand? So, for example, if a mediator has relationship, a prior relationship with one participant in a business conflict, they should either disclose this connection or step aside to maintain fairness in the process, because there will be, you know, the element of fairness if you continue. You can We are human. If the discussion is saying that that your person that you have some kind of relationship with is not favoring the person, you are noting such kind of a thing, then you begin to, you know, you begin to feel uncomfortable in the process. Do you understand? So to avoid that, step aside. Privacy assurance. Privacy assurance. Standard. What is the standard? Standard here says all discussions in mediation should remain confidential and protected. Protect it. During a divorce mediation, if one spouse share personal financial details, the mediator must safeguard this information and not reveal it to the other spouse or outside parties. Very important. So clear understanding. Standard is participants should be fully informed about the mediation procedures and implications. What is the implications of this? Like yesterday, like I explained